Hi, my name is Deborah Nel, and I'm here to give you some tips and tricks on how to shine at the eisteddfod. Let's talk about poetry. A lot of people enter poetry and then wonder why they didn't get the results they wanted. Simple reason is that this is not just a memory exercise. Your job isn't just to learn some lines and then say them and see if you can remember them. Your job is to entertain your audience, and you've got to be as entertaining as possible. And the way you do that is to remember that we're listening to you and we're watching you. So let's first talk about us listening to you. You need to make sure that you're standing up straight and tall so that you have lots of good breath control so that you can project your voice. It's no use if you speak really softly because you're going to lose marks and the audience won't be able to hear you. So you project your voice. Everything gets bigger. So instead of saying, the giant was ugly, we say the giant was ugly. We make everything bigger. We exaggerate everything that we do. The second thing is to make sure you have an interesting tune pattern, that your voice is expressive. If your voice sounds the same, like a monotone, like a bit of a robot, and then you talk like this, or you just mumble your poem or say it as quick as you can, so that you can make sure you remember it, it becomes very boring for the audience and the audience goes to sleep, right? You need to make sure that your voice has an interesting tune pattern and that it's expressive so that the audience can really hear what's happening with the poem. And that involves focus. What do I mean by focus? I mean being so involved in the poem that you're thinking about the meaning of each word and bringing it across to your audience. Unfocused is where you just simply mumble words and look distracted. For example, my doggy ate my homework, it's disgusting, but it's true, and now my homework's ripped to shreds and full of slimy goo. That's not focused. That's just saying words that you have memorized. So make sure that you think about every word that you're speaking and you bring out the meaning and the mood. If it's a scary poem, give us a scary mood. If it's a bright poem, a funny poem, give us a funny and bright mood. Look at your poem. If it's dramatic, bring out the dramatic mood. So make sure that your mood and your tone matches the poem. Take your time. One of the things that I mark the most, slow down. That is the thing I write down the most. Please take your time and use your pauses. Pauses are important. They help the audience catch up with what you're saying. They give you time to take a breath and they make your poem much more exciting. Make sure you use those pauses. Then make sure that if there are voices in your poem, you characterize them. So for example, if your poem is about a lion and a mouse and it says, the lion woke up and asked the mouse why he had woken him up. Or it says, the lion woke up and said, why did you wake me up, little mouse? It's much more interesting if you characterize the voice. For example, the lion woke up and said, why did you wake me up, little mouse? Immediately your poem becomes so much more exciting. If there's a mom voice, a dad voice, a brother voice, make sure you characterize the voices. And here as well, your pauses are so important. You need to pause for 2 seconds before and after anybody speaks in your poem to give you time to change character. So now we've looked at how you sound. Remember to emphasize important words by making them longer or louder or adding mood to them. And make sure that you have brought out the meaning of the poem by using all of these different techniques so that you're exciting to listen to. And now we look at how do you look, because you're also performing and we're watching you. Make sure your posture is good. Make sure you don't fiddle. When you fiddle, then we notice it. Keep your hands by your side. If you want to add a few gestures, make sure you add 1 or 2 gestures that help to emphasize. But most importantly, don't forget to use your face. You must use facial expressions to bring out the meaning of your poem. One of the tips that I give my children is switch off the sound. If you switch off the sound, you can see what your face is doing during the poem. For example, if you say, "My doggy ate my homework, it's disgusting, but it's true," and you switch off the sound, you can still see the story. But if you're not using any expression, "My doggy ate my homework, it's disgusting, but it's true," and I switch off the sound, it looks like this. So here's the best tip of all. Practice in front of the mirror and check that your face is telling the story. Or take a video of yourself and switch off the sound. If you look like this, you know you're not exciting to watch. Make sure that you add expression in your face to bring out the feeling and the mood and the story of the poem. So it's a lot to remember. But if you simply remember that your job is to make your poem as exciting as possible, then you are going to be exciting to watch. But keep it natural. Sometimes children over-dramatize and overemphasize, and then it becomes almost difficult to watch because it's a little too much. So I'll give you an example. "My doggy ate my homework. It's disgusting, but it's true. And now my homework's ripped to shreds." You can see that there's overemphasis and overacting. Keep it natural. Don't overdo it. If you notice you're overdoing it, tone it down a little, just so that it becomes natural and fun. And the last tip that I can give you that is the most important is enjoy yourself. If you're having fun, your audience has fun watching you. Remember, the adjudicator is the audience too. And if she's having fun or he's having fun, they are going to enjoy your performance and you're going to get the marks you deserve. I hope these tips help you. Please follow and look for more of my videos for other tips. And if you'd like to request some videos, you can contact me. You can find me on the internet. My name is Deborah Nel.